Hello, welcome back. We're back at the Spooky Mansion game. So I would really like to know what's going on with Hunter, the stable guy, as he has so far eluded me. Seemingly when I bring stuff up to him, he's just like, yeah, you know, I don't know, which is not helpful. Honestly, I should have probably came up with a game plan. Look at this newspaper. The local paper. It's from the night Miss Dean went missing. The date is circled. Why? And then I already looked at this dartboard. Dartboard. I wish I would have come up with a game plan before I began playing. As now that I'm playing, I'm gonna immediately pause the game and probably think for a while. Which is probably not the most fun to watch. This is true. Well, let's look at the mysteries. Let's begin there. Because I solved the fight. I know that this is mostly how we're gonna get our data. And like, you know what I mean? So I think we should wander around and maybe ask about the shadowy figure. In addition, it also says, find Miss Dean's hidden notes. I found some evidence likely stashed by Miss Dean that indicate her reason for being here. She must not have wanted others to find them. I should search Blake Manor for whatever else she may have hidden in secret. I don't know where to look for that stuff. This I'm not doing till tonight. Yeah, skip animation. Of this, like, dreaming thing. Because it says I should try to enter the dream in a lucid state. So I think I'm going to say I have to save that for the nighttime. So right there, dream, not doing that one. Haunting is the shadowy figure. Miss Dean's attendance, I don't know where to look, right? In terms of like, where is her stuff? I don't know. That then leads us to some of our individual people's stuff, right? Like here, then I can start on individuals stuff, such as Mrs. Joyce felt her God-given duties to stone Miss Maltavani to death, but she did not want to do this. I have convinced her to be more open-minded about the others' beliefs, and she is willing to try and experience something suitable. So, and it says, current focus, atone. So maybe I need to look up atonement? Yeah. So I don't quite know where to go. Do I just kind of wander around, begin asking everybody about the shadowy figure? Do I try to focus on some more of the individuals things? I don't really know. But I'm going to begin. I think I'm going to go to the library. And if I come upon people, I'm going to ask them about the shadowy figure. For example, we know that this woman is here for some reason, spooking on the basement.
Mr. Ward, you need to talk to me?
And I'm going to see if I can talk to her about the shadowy figure. It looks like no. I believe I already talked to her about this. Did I not save after I played last? Maybe I didn't. Well, I'll do it again. Have you been drawing a vase? The vase of Nekatambo. I can see it when I close my eyes. Long buried and then long lost. It would be somewhere here in these halls. But it is not here to be seen. Someone has hidden it away. But where? The basement? The church? Blake's own residence? I can find nothing. If only I could find some records. Excuse me, I am just passionate. Yeah, I believe I've already talked to her about this. Maybe she didn't save. But let's talk about her fascination. The vase you're studying, it is an artifact you've been particularly interested in? I discovered it had been acquired by a member of the Irish gentry a few years ago, and as is true of so much of our history in Egypt, it was taken from its rightful home and kept in it as a souvenir. Supposedly, it's stored somewhere among the Blake's possessions. I would be interested in seeing it. More like stealing it. I have no further reason to talk to you because it won't let me talk about the shadowy figure. So goodbye.
I'll leave you be.
May Allah guide you.
Bye. Okay. The stables. Was there anybody outside in the stables? No, not that I have marked. This was the fight. We're done with the fight. Let's move on from the fight. Who have I not asked? I've not asked the bellhop. And I might as well, because he's actually kind of hard to come by. I have found that typically when I want to talk to him, the game will lock me out of talking to him. So let's go talk to him. Ask him about the shadowy figure. Which in fact I may have done last time I played, and then the game said, LOL, just kidding. No.
Hello again, sir. Need...
I would like to talk to you about the shadowy figure. I wanted to ask you if you've ever seen anything here larger than a ghost, a shadowy figure. Sir, sorry, if you need help with something tangible, then I'm your man. This stuff, no. Okay.
I'll leave you be.
Yeah, alright.
I do remember that response from last time we played, so simply it must not have saved. Which means I didn't save. That's okay. Okay. Now I do need to be back at the bar at 5 o'clock, because if somebody was trying to meet Miss Dean, and if someone was trying to meet her, I want to be there to see who arrives at 5. So I can be like, hey, who had a secret meeting? You know what I mean? I'm going to ask these two. The shadowy figure.
Hello. What brings you back?
I kind of want to ask about the washerwoman, because there's something there about Miss Mathavani. On my arrival here, I thought I saw a woman washing something in the fountain. I have seen her too, though I saw her on entering the ladies' bathroom. She shrieked, and I fell back. When I stood, she was gone, save the shawl she was washing in the tub. There was no way she got past me. Another gift from this awful hotel. All right, you see that? The ladies' washroom, where I can't go in. Okay, I cannot ask about the shadowy figure.
That's all, Mrs. Lau.
Farewell, Mr. Ward.
So I suppose I will check before I waste time talking to this lady. Okay, I'm gonna go over to the fight and just say, yep, I've seen it all. Thank you. Stop showing me the fight. I can't ask the other woman at all. So, well, I'll try, just in case.
Hello, Mr. Ward. How are you?
Good. I would like to ask you about the Fae, I guess. What do you know about the Fae? The Cide? We've had them back home too. I've heard some guests say that the strange occurrences in the house are caused by that crowd playing tricks. But could it truly be them inside the manor? The thought of that makes me very uncomfortable.
I'll let you be, miss.
Take care, Mr. Ward. Sir?
Why do you seem always so perplexed when I talk to you? Tell me about this chimney charm. I found this on the grounds. Do you make anything of it? Oh yes, I see. If you stick that bit over there and loop this around that, and then pull this over here, you'd get this lovely thing. You'd get a lovely thing for a Christmas tree, wouldn't you? You should ask Mr. Hunter, sir. He's always making little trinkets and the like. I get it. I gotta talk to Hunter. Well, Hunter won't tell me. I've already asked him. Tell me about this locker key. I found a little key dropped in the hedge maze, miss. Small, gold, with a little number on it. That sounds like a key for one of the bathhouse lockers. I've not heard about anyone losing theirs, though. I'm sorry, sir. Alright, then let's talk about Miss Dean's invitation. I hear tell that Miss Dean was personally invited to the manor. Was she? That makes me happy, sir. The manor's a better place for having her in it. Before she left, I mean. Zep, go on. Well, I don't think I would have mattered, sir, whether she was invited or not. All that talent, and I guess there's not a thing on this earth that'd make her feel worthwhile. I don't know what that means. Okay. How do we figure? Have you ever seen anything large on the grounds? Large? Unless you're meaning a horse, then no. But I heard of other guests talking of giants. Not sure if that's what you mean. Maybe there's something of use in the library. You're telling me I needed somebody else to tell me to go look in the library? That's silly. Tell me about this washerwoman. Would you or Miss Joyce ever have seen washed clothes in the fountain? What? Why would anyone do that, sir? Even if the laundry was broken, there are bathtubs and sinks across the place. No sane person would be doing that, would they? Maybe no person at all, if you'll pardon my bluntness, sir.
I'll leave you.
Oh, all right, sir.
I'm gonna go talk to Miss Mantovani.
Signor Ward, we meet again.
Tell me about the seance. So you are the mystic leading us in the grand seance? See, while I began my career with the tarot, and I love it dearly, it does not provide the same show as a seance. There is nothing like it, to press your hand to the veil and feel another on the other side. Cough. The spirit's calling back. And this one. Pardon me? Quick yawn. And this one, where the veil will fall down like stage curtains. There will be nothing to compare, Signor, I assure you. Alright, tell me about Caitlin Joyce. Have you spoken to the housekeeper? I do not think she likes me. Why do you say that? I have done many events like this. Often I meet a family member who is against my presence. Some cannot hide this. Signora Joyce, she hides it well enough. But I think to her, I am just a witch. Tell me about your family. Do you have family back home, Miss Mantovani? Yes, a big one. More uncles, aunts, cousins, nieces, and nephews than you could count. All in one another's pockets, knowing business and having opinions, laboring on the same farmlands day in and day out, with no hope for a better life. I miss them. When I was young, it was a terrible life for me. But now, as I age, I had hoped. Do not mind me, Signor Ward. Tell me about the contract. Forgive me if I'm impolite to ask, but am I right in thinking an event such as this one must pay quite well for you? Is it impolite? I suppose it may be. So you and I, Signor, we will keep it a secret. It does pay well, very well. Better than any I've hosted. Cough. Before, in fact. I did not come here for the weather alone. I think Marquess Blake was very anxious for it to happen, you see. Alright, that's not helpful. Let's talk about the washerwoman. When I arrived here, I saw a woman washing what appeared to be your shawl in the fountain out front. Oh, are you sure? Mine is dry in my room. I think it was an omen. A specter of death, perhaps. She knows then that my end is near. Oh, do not look at me this way. It is of my own doing. I pushed myself too hard all these years. This is my last seance, my last anything, and I have made peace with that. Hypothesis. Doomed to die. We have information. Form hypothesis. Okay. Turns out I just needed to ask her about it, because it was her shawl, obviously. Carmela Mantovani's goal is to conduct the seance. Despite it killing her, as she wants to provide for her family. So I think as soon as you get the right words, you can form the hypothesis. What if? That doesn't make any sense. What are you talking about? Oh, I hit record. It needs to be killing her. What if? I know what happened here.
Miss Mantovani is ill. Clearly her work is taking its toll. Another seance might be too much for her body to handle. I should find and confront her about this.
I should find her. Where is she?
Signor Ward, we meet again.
Your goal is to conduct the seance despite it killing you, as you want to provide for your
It
family.
is not just those of us speaking to ghosts who are uncovering secrets, is it, Signor? I have had time to consider, to decide. This is not where I wanted to spend my last days. But at least this way, my death will have use. The last I've spent on this grand seance. It will be something to be remembered. And this contract will serve my family well. It is not perfect. But few things are, Signor Ward. I have a favor I must ask of you.
Let's see.
Signor Ward, I believe you to be a good man. I will not survive this seance. Even if I hadn't already known it for myself. I have seen it in my cards. I have resigned myself to this. I have reason for seeing this seance through. My family. I left when I was young, when I realized this gift gave me a way out. And what a life he has given me. I have performed in the old world and the new. Every kind of party I have been to. I even read for Queen Victoria. And through her granddaughter, I performed a seance for the Tsar and his mad monk. I could not have asked for more. But I do not have much left. All I earned, I spent. I could always earn more. But the time for that is at its end. I want to give something. Some fraction of the comfort I have had. This event. It pays well. Too much even. But at a time when I needed much. But now I fear I will be gone before I can get this money to them. Please, Signor, I will give you the secret to the lockbox in my room. Per favore, you must go to my room and get my earnings. Take this symbol. It will open my lockbox. A key to my room. I suspect you already have. When the seance is done, please, ensure my family gets the full amount. And let them know I am sorry that I left, but that I love them always.
Of course.
Grazie. Now, go.
Well, that was convenient. They popped me up right here. Okay. Oops, mysteries. So, this right here, Miss, the sigil key to open the magical lock and find her payment. When I skipped ahead in the previous video, I accidentally made that symbol. I don't know how I did it, but then I opened the box, and that's when I realized there's no way I'm supposed to know how to do this yet, and just reloaded a save, edited out the part, and then jump back. I didn't look at anything in there. So now that I have the symbol, now I have to remember how to make it. Oh, thank you, game, for making it appear. But I'm gonna try to not make this absolutely awful to watch. Might be anyway, but you know. Oh, just kidding. I solved it in one because I'm a genius. Bonk. I do like how she was like, open the box when I am dead. And then the game was like, we know you're gonna go up there right now. So you just go on ahead and go up there. I'll put this away for safekeeping. I'll make sure it gets to Miss Montavana's family. Oh, I can hardly imagine how the other guests are going to react Would they go through with the seance if they found out what it would do to Miss Mantovani? I pray the Lord shows them compassion. They don't own their complicity. At least Miss Mantovani has chosen to die on her own terms. It's a luxury too few of us are afforded. Mystery solved. Miss Mantovani will conduct the seance and die as a result. Miss Mantovani has asked me to ensure her family gets her money so her death will not be in vain. I don't know why that would tick down. She will die. You know? I wonder if I've gathered enough facts to eliminate any suspects. I should check my notes. I didn't know that that was all was in the box. Because I just opened it and it was like, oh, and closed the game. And so I didn't know it just had a bunch of cash in there. I was hoping for a clue. That's stupid. Okay, we have solved Miss Mantovani. Even though I don't have all the facts about her, I only have 4 of 8 facts. So yeah, here are the things about the culprit. Is they are able to write. I'm pretty sure she can write because she wrote her name. So the only person that actually excludes. Yeah. Is this guy, because he doesn't know any magic. Or excuse me, he doesn't know how to write. So that means I also need to mark off the people who aren't magic. He does not trust nor use magic, so it's not him. I don't know anything about her. She is against the seance and all magical practice, so it's not her. His shoes are distinctly warped by his cane-aided gait, so I don't think it's him. Don't know anything about them. Hunter, I don't really know anything about him. I don't think it's him because he can't write. She wears a Celtic-inspired holy cross, so she is Christian. So that's inconclusive. This guy is Christian. Now I don't know if this guy is religious because he's a kind of pagan thing. I don't know. Unclear. Boots are of medium size. Unclear. He has failed in his attempt to learn magic, so not him. She doesn't know any magic. That's also unclear. Then unclear. I've never met this guy. Don't even think he's 10 years old yet, so probably not him. And inconclusive. So I have eliminated some people, but not that many. Okay. So I have solved a mystery, which is nice. I still need to ask about the haunting, so that does not change. As well as I should see if I can research atonement so that the housekeeper can atone. And I'm going to research that in the library. If I can, you know. There's Miss Quinn. Okay. Irish mythology. A collection of books on the 4 cycles of Irish mythology are here, alongside writings on supernatural sites and entities. Is there anything I want to look up? I want to look up giants. Irish mythology has its share of giants, but none so noteworthy as Fionn Mac Cumaill, the bearer of the Thumb of Knowledge and leader of the legendary band of warriors, the Fianna. Fionn has many tales attributed to him. The formation of the Giant's Causeway, the creation of the Isle of Man and Launay, and the battling of many mythological foes. There are some who believe him to be the demigod descendant of Makil, the last king of Thula Dedan. I'm doing my best here. Look up Thula Dedan. The Thula Dedan, or people of Jesus Christ, or people of Danu, are the old gods of Ireland, with Danu being a sort of Earth Mother type entity representing the land itself. A race of beings, each twice the height of a man, with unnatural abilities like the gods of many classical mythologies. Each one had areas of expertise, though there was much overlapping and infighting as a result. They lived across Ireland for countless centuries and battled with various otherworldly foes. There is a book here with some of the Thaula de Dan listed in it. It might be worth taking a look. You mean this book? Okay, smithing gods, let's see. The goddess Breed, the old Irish goddess of healing, poetry, the heart, smithing, and much else besides. The goddess An Calais, I'm gonna say Calais, a goddess, a hag, and a diviner, whose domains are cold winds and winter. Fucking a hag? Damn, chill. This is probably the guy. The god, Goibnu, an ancient Irish god of smithing and hospitality. That's gotta be the dude we saw. The goddess Anne Morrigan, the war witch of the Thaula de Dan, was the goddess of war, wealth, and death. Crows are her symbol. I wonder what came of all these gods. New book? A collection of books on the 4 cycles of Irish mythology are here alongside writing supernatural sites and anything we'll look up. Yup, look up the fates of the gods. The Battle of Taitu was a fierce battle fought between the Thaula de Dan and the Millicens that lasted many days and saw both sides using underhanded tactics. Eventually, after too much loss, a truce was reached, and it was agreed that the land would be split evenly among both parties. To show their goodwill, the gods let the Millicens choose their half first. But the Millicens tricked the gods, for when it was their time to pick, they picked the top half. The gods, true to their word, accepted the deal and moved underground to Tir na Nog, part of the other world, to live with the Fae. Alright, well, fucking tell me about Tir na Nog. I can't find anything. It looks like any books on it have been taken away. I should ask around for more information, like from the druid guy. Okay, jeez, that was a lot of stuff. This is that book. This is gonna be the vase. Is there anything I want to look up? Yep, look up the vase. Tradition says Nektanebo, the last native pharaoh of Egypt, was the greatest magician of all of the pharaohs. His vase is shrouded in legend. It is said many adventurers and archaeologists have become obsessed with finding it throughout history. Once they attain it, they have a sudden and complete change in personality, often disappearing, leaving their lives and families behind. The last known owner of the vase was Wilhelmina Blake, whose uncle, Lord Bernard Blake, had discovered it from Ginza in the late 1700s. She disappeared not long after that. The current whereabouts of the vase are unknown. This vase sounds cursed. Alright, I think I looked up all of the things. This is the lady that disappeared. This is the lady who hid people away. This is the lady who died. A lot of research. A lot of reading. A lot of reading words in language I don't know. Okay. There was apparently a hypothesis to be made. It was not here, but here. What is all this? What am I doing here? Okay, here we go. Make hypothesis. Arwa Hisham's goal is to reclaim the first. just kidding. Stolen vase, but she is, I'm gonna say, obsessed because it is cursed. What if I know what happened here?
Miss Hisham is searching for a vase stolen by Wilhelmina Blake, but she doesn't know it's cursed. I should find and confront her about this.
Making headway. This is the episode. Hello, Miss Quinn. I would like to talk to you about a shadowy figure, please.
Hello, Mr. Ward. How's the day treating you?
I would like to ask you about your times table. What's the weekend looking for you, Miss Quinn? Truthfully, I think anyone would have a hard time getting me out of the library this weekend, Mr. Ward. Otherwise, I've Miss Montavani's talk at 5 and dinner at 7. As for tomorrow, I wish I could spend another day in the library again, but I cannot. I suppose some variety would be good for me. I'll be in church for the service at noon, and after some time in the graveyard, I have lunch at 1. I'm also seeing Dr. Callaghan's talk at 3. I've yet to decide what I'll do between it and attending the silent dinner at 8, which then brings me to the seance at 9. I'm eager to see Miss Montavani work. Alright. Please tell me about the washerwoman. Do I really need to ask about the washerwoman? I kind of figured out what that's about, right? Like it's the omen of death because she's gonna die. I'll do it. Have you spotted a woman washing clothes in any strange places? I've seen her, yes. She's a Binai, a spirit of warning. Whoever's clothes she washes is fated to die. I do not know if it is preventable. But just in case, I have been trying to figure out whose clothes I saw her wash. But I have had no luck. In my defense, I have been largely preoccupied with saving my own, first and foremost. Okay, she was actually extremely useful. Or helpful, not useful. I would like for you to tell me about the scrap of paper. Because this is the note that, like, that's the same shape that's on the top of the note Miss Dean left, you know? I don't really have anything else I want to ask you about. Tell me of the strange device, because she seems well learned. Have you seen the strange device, the one with the green jar in the atrium? Even I am not distracted enough to miss that. It looks impressive, but without knowing much about it, that is all I can say. All right.
I'll leave you be.
Farewell.
Because I don't think it let me ask her about the haunting. Ooh, new stuff. Lots of stuff is happening. Yeah, I gotta go talk to that guy. He seems like the guy who's gonna be able to tell me a lot about this. I would like to ask Miss Quinn, though, as she seems
Hello,
well...
Mr. Ward. How's the day treating you?
Because she seems to be the one that's in here all the time. But it's, I guess I can only talk to frickin' that one guy. No, not you. I'm done. I'm good.
I'll leave.
Farewell.
I'm good. Goodbye. Crazy. I didn't really learn anything about atonement. So let's see if I can actually look at Miss Joyce. Discussable with my man that I want to talk to. He seems to be everywhere. to repent for her actions. And I don't think that the priest guy really gave me anything. So let's look at the map. I suppose I will go and talk maybe to her and see if I can get anything out of her. I don't want to stay close to the bar because at 5 o'clock I'm gonna want to go do that. But also I want to go confront that lady because she doesn't know.
Good day.
Hello, sir. Anything I can do for you?
Yup. I would like to talk to you about this holy ribbon you gave me. Forgive me, Mrs. Joyce, but what exactly is a bras bride? Oh, it's a special cloth, sir. It's laid out at sunset on St. Bridget's feast day and brought back in before sunrise. St. Bridget blesses it as she travels the land that night and sends the morning dew to fill it with healing and protection. It keeps me safe all these years. Sir, I truly hope it does the same for you. Okay. I want to ask you about Miss Dean's invitation. I heard Miss Dean was personally invited to the seance. She must be well respected. Goodness, if she were, Marcus Blake never mentioned it. Between you and me, sir, I hope he's ashamed of himself. Can you imagine inviting people into a cult? Cult, damn. I'm gonna say letter to the manager. What do you make of this, Mrs. Joyce? Oh, I had no idea Mr. Varley was still on this. Not many would spare a thought for a mother in her place. But sometimes the heart goes where it shouldn't, sir, and when all's said and done, every child is a gift from God. What our poor girl will do without him. Poor girl. I'll not say any more about it. It wouldn't be decent, you understand? Maybe it's the cook, who I have not talked about it with yet.
I'll be off, Mrs.
God bless you.
Beep. I know where the cook is. I'm making headway on this one. Got quite a few things going on. Hello, cook lady. I think it's your baby.
Sir?
Is it true Mr. Varley's been in talks with the local bishop about a child who... No, it isn't. Miss, I said it isn't. Whatever you heard, you're to forget about it right now. Or, Miss Sarze, are you all right? Oh, God, I'm sorry, sir. I don't know what came over me. It's okay. It's all right, miss. I will not hear another word of apology. I'm sorry for bringing it up. But I would like you to tell me. Tell me about... Tell me about the map of the region. Is there anything to do with the local area, miss? No, it's nice to look at, but not much for doing, sir. The young'uns mostly leave or take to drinking, because it's better than being bored. The mountains are fierce beautiful, though. Miss Dean told me they're even prettier up close, you know. Not helpful. Tell me about this written complaint about Mrs. Joyce. I hear there's been complaints about Mrs. Joyce's conduct, miss. Really? Oh, she doesn't deserve it, sir. That breaks my heart. You won't tell her, will you? All that kindness just to be treated so poorly.
I'll leave you be.
Oh,
I kind of want to ask the bellhop, as he's kind of mouthy. He kind of lets things... So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go confront the lady about the cursed vase. I'm playing for 38 minutes already. Wow. Turn. Your vase is cursed.
Mr. Ward, you need to talk to me.
Confront. Your goal is to reclaim the stolen vase, but you are obsessed because it is cursed.
Cursed? If you're trying to dissuade me, you will need to choose more than the hysteria of you are serious.
I'm afraid so.
The thing hasn't left my mind since I first discovered its existence. Every moment I am awake, even when I am not, I think of that vase. If I'm very still, and I feel it pulling me away from myself. And always, I hear a song in the back of my head I have never heard before. I wrote it down, though I do not know what for. Here. Do you see? I am not myself. And yet it seems so important. Not just obsession, then. I will not be subject to such a thing. Will you help me? Will you find and destroy it? Normally, I would not condone the destruction of something so ancient. But such a thing should never have survived this long. And take the music too, in case it helps you. If you find the artifact, Mr. Ward, you must break it. Leave nothing but powder and dust.
Miss Hisham supplied me with a piece of music, reputed to be the key to the lock that hides the vase. And I can ask the people that, basically the people that work here. I would love to talk to Hunter, but he will not talk to me. He is a butthead. Maybe it's Hunter's baby. Maybe that'll get him to open up. Doesn't really matter though. He's not out here to talk to. Did I not discuss this with her? The history of the vase? No, I might as well go do that, because I was going to talk to Hunter and he's not out here. So I might as well just go back inside and see if I can talk to her about it. What's up, girl?
Mr. Ward, you need to talk to me.
Yeah, tell me about the history of the vase. What can you tell me about this vase you're looking for? The vase of... Yeah, this is different. The vase of Tenebo. It was found in a tomb excavation among the canopic jars, where one would expect the jar containing the entombed's heart. This jar, vase, as it is commonly called, contains not the expected heart, but wood ash. Its hieroglyphic markings offered little indication of why this might be. It represents a fascinating divination from standard burial rites, but the room was found during an expedition attended by Western gentry. One of the earlier Blakes, and the vase was taken as spoils, which makes my job much harder. Another gift from our glorious English occupiers. But then, you would know all about that, yes? Because I'm an Irish guy? I didn't do it. I'm just a guide. Tell me about the melody. What is this melody? I keep hearing these notes in my mind, over and over, clear like the blue sky. I have some idea that they are connected to the vase I am looking for, but I am not sure how. Okay.
I'll leave you be.
May Allah guide you.
Bye. I'm gonna go... It's almost 5 o'clock, and I want to be at the bar. So why don't I go to the bar? Because there's stuff I want to talk to the bellhop about anyway, like a couple things. She'll probably eat up the rest of the 5 till 5 o'clock. And then I'll see who comes into the bar to meet Miss Grace. Miss Dean, I meant to say.
Hello again, sir. Need something?
Yep. I want to ask you about Miss Hisham's melody. Miss Hisham told me about this melody she's heard. You looking for somewhere to practice? There's usually a piano in the drawing room, but we moved it downstairs so you'd have somewhere to host your talks. Didn't work anyway. I found a nice one in storage this week, though. But that's not much use to you, is it? Oh. Alright. Tell me about Lady Willemma Blake. It's quite the portrait they have up of Lady Willemma Blake, if I'm not mistaken. Ah, you haven't heard that story, sir. She just ran off one day, soon after getting back from Egypt, never to be seen again. Can't much blame her. I'd say once you get the taste of the outside world, it's hard to come back to this. Just gestures at everything. There are a couple things that I know I asked last time. But I'm also going to ask about letter to the manager. I've heard Mr. Varley mentioning a letter he received from the local bishop. What would they be writing to one another about? I know he wasn't happy when he got it, and he told me not to tell the women. Not that I would. I stay out of all that. It's got nothing to do with me, and I prefer it that way. Last Porter got too involved with these people, lost him the job. I'll not be doing the same. Alright, well, that was not helpful either. Tell me about the locker key, because I know I did that last time and I need to kill time till 5 o'clock. Do you recognize this key? Is that the key I gave? You shouldn't have that. The bathhouse is closed and the lockers are off limits. Throw that back to reception, will you? I'm not gonna do that. Tell me about Miss Dean's invitation. Miss Dean was specifically invited to the manor, wasn't she? I wouldn't know about that, sir. They kept me out of that decision-making. I don't know what they think they're hiding. I'm glad she was, though. Alright, I got one more. Now, I want to ask about the Fae, which I also know I did last time. But tell me actually about Miss Joyce. Looks like Mrs. Joyce has earned herself some ire from a guest. Someone finally said something about it, might teach her. Nothing good will come out of how she carries on. Who wrote it? Was it Miss Dean? I think she caught Mrs. Joyce rifling around her room last week. Her room being Miss Dean's room? Oh, Mrs. Joyce was rifling around Miss Dean's room. Okay.
I'll leave you be.
Yeah, all right.
Ding dong, bing bong. Someone intended to meet Miss Dean at the bar, where I am. Alright, everybody's moved around. Let's go see who's here. Oh, it was you. Because you were already here.
Hello. What brings you back?
Oh, sorry. Hit the microphone. A note to Miss Dean requesting to meet found in a pocket in the coat room. Miss Lau, did you write this note? What business do you have with Miss Dean? Did she send you? Is that why we've not seen her recently? She's acting through you as a proxy? How many others is she blackmailing that she needs to hide behind a goon? You're not working for her. I've said too much. Please excuse me, Mr. Ward. She gonna leave the room? Yes. So she's being blackmailed, and I'm assuming it's because they're in a gay relationship, if you ask me. Right now, everybody's in the drawing room because there's a talk in the drawing room. So I'm gonna go do that. I need to go this way. Then left and in here. Then in here.
Ciao. Ciao. For those of you I have not yet had the pleasure of meeting, I am Carmela Mantovani, and I'm here to talk about ghosts and all that we know about them.
Stay and listen.
So, grazie mille for attending. Now, I will speak with you about ghosts, spirits, phantoms. There is still much we don't know about ghosts, you must think. And this is true. Yet, there is plenty to speak on. So do not worry. We do know that not all dead linger. Only those bound to a place, an object, a person stay. Why? This we do not know yet for certain. It is theorized that all spirits are bound, fettered by an emotional component. Death in a place, obsession with an object, love or anger to a person. By their nature, they're hard to define. And yet, even in their elusiveness? Yeah, sì, questo funzionerà. We find them everywhere. By their many names, they are all across the world. There are many formations. Some echo the grief they left upon the world and are blind to the living. while others are vengeful and aggressive, haunting a person or place and causing everything from psychological to physical damage. Regardless, no single spectre has been able to directly communicate.
Emotional damage.
But tomorrow night? Tomorrow night we intend to change this.
Time skip.
So,
It's been 10
what
minutes.
stops them from speaking? Is it a physical matter? No, it cannot be, as they interact with the world in other ways. Blowing papers off desks, snuffing candles, sometimes even striking people.
Striking people, they throw hands?
Perhaps the limitation is in their lungs, then. Well, no. Many wail and moan after all. Could it be they have nothing to say? I do not think so. Many a mystic, myself included, believe that spirits have given us a feeling of things they once said. There is a chance this is wishful thinking on our parts. But I believe so many have felt this, that at least one person must be correct. Maybe they simply cannot speak for themselves? This we cannot rule out, and is to be my conclusion if our seance does not bear fruit.
Your conclusion is right, am I right, fellas?
So, why do I have such hopes for this seance? This I have been doing for a long time. When you invite a ghost to speak with you, there are always limits. The strength of the spirit, the skill of the medium, the thickness of the veil. All of these things can make it difficult for a ghost to manifest. We see their forms on occasion. We feel the echoes of their emotion. But these things do not require expense. They sustain themselves somehow. This we do not understand. It takes effort for a spirit to be more than echoes, to make a more conscious connection with the world of the living. This is an age of science, yes? So, let me speak in those terms. We think of ghosts as waveforms, spiritual waveforms. A soul rippling long past the death of its host, its shell. They are in a frequency we cannot easily see. In daytime, they are almost invisible to us. At night, easier to see. The less interference around, lights, other people, and so on, the easier still. If you have noticed animals behaving strangely, this is because they see different wavelengths to us. As is with light, the atmosphere blocks the wavelength of light. The same is true for spiritual wavelengths. But at this time of year, the veil, or spiritual atmosphere, is at its thinnest. And then there is you. Those gathered. People attuned to the mystical, coming together to work as a... Qual è la parola? A net, to catch the signal. No, net is not correct. Che cos'è? Ah, my words let me down. But look, if you do not believe me, I'm told that crows are a symbol of your Irish death goddess. They are gathering. And at night, the dead are roaming. I think they line up for the chance to speak to us. In parting, a warning. We understand ghosts to be the disembodied souls of the old selves, sometimes less or incomplete as to how they were before. So, tomorrow, when the veil is at its thinnest, Mind your words. These spirits were once people. They are the intangible remains. And they will be just as driven as they ever were, if not more.
Okay. Did you learn anything? I learned a lot about ghosts, I guess. Hey. I would like to talk to you about you being blackmailed.
Hello, Mr. Ward. How are you?
Good. Hey, you getting blackmailed? Wouldn't happen to be meeting up with Miss Dean this weekend, would you? Me? No, I'd want no part in any such meeting, Mr. Ward. Well, I don't... Tell me about your Miss Memento Mori, because I don't know why I can ask you. You happen to know if there are lots of deaths in the Quinn family? Do I? Of course, the whole family is cursed. There's not many of them left at all. I hear Miss Quinn might be one of the last. I don't know the specifics of the curse, but I know it to be true. Bad luck like that does not come naturally. The poor dear. Evidence. Curse. I can ask you about curse. I'm going to. So the Quinn family have a curse on them? What's it supposed to do? Well, I didn't ask, but I think there must have been a Quinn, like quarantine, in our circles at least once before, because it's not an unknown quantity. From what I've heard, it's supposed to drive them to early graves. The means? I don't know, but I've heard of illness, accident, murder. I've no doubt Miss Quinn has overcome the odds to be here in the first place, poor darling. Tell me about the stuff in your hair. Is that a heather you have pinned in your hair, Miss McLeod? It is. White Scottish heather. It's supposed to be for good luck. Dear Mr. Hunter would braid it into my hair when I was a girl, and it stuck. He worked on my family's estate years ago, you see. It's been so good to see him again. Some people think it's improper for us to talk so, of course, but you don't. How can you tell? Some things you just don't need a second sight to see, Mr. Ward. Tell me about your second sight. Would you tell me about this ability of yours, miss? Normally, I would joke that I knew you're going to ask that. But since coming here, it's cloudy, and, well, I feel blinded in a way. I've put the cart before the horse. You don't even know what it is that I've lost yet. I passed down by blood through Scottish families. It's not uncommon. A fair few people have the ability, at least a little bit. It just so happens that I'm the only one of my family to have it to any measure, and it came in very strong. The second sight, it gives a person foreknowledge, or just knowledge you couldn't possibly know. I get visions, mostly of things to come, or I used to. Since arriving here, I've been cut off from it. Surely I should have seen warning of that. I don't think I really want to ask you anything else. Because I just ask you about you. That's interesting. Tell me about yourself, Miss McLeod. Oh, well. If I'm not to be proper, I'm Ivy McLeod, first and only daughter of the Laird Robert McLeod. Not the only child, though. I have 2 brothers. I'd say for my sins, but I love them, but also for my sins. And if Laird, or my accent didn't give it away, I'm Scottish through and through, though I admit I've been spending more time in London of late. There's a great number of mystics there, you see, and people inclined towards such things, and I want to keep company with the sort. Then tell me about your mysterious... this person. How did Miss Lau come to be your chaperone? That is in itself quite the story, and sometimes I don't know whether it's mine to tell. I will give you this. I met Victoria at a party, some springtime due, and once I spoke to her, I could felt I've known her my whole life, and perhaps, despite her better judgment, she likes me enough to keep me up my company. She's a darling like that. I am immensely fond of her. Seldom do you meet a person like Victoria.
I'll let you be, miss.
Take care, Mr. Ward.
I think... a camera with a strange attachment on the front with an engraving that says Spirit Lens.
Mr. Ward, what can I do for you?
I want you to tell me about the Spirit Lens. A photograph of Miss Evelyn Dean. She looks to be in her 20s. Why would I give this to... Oh, shoot, dude. Was it this guy? Do you recognize this picture? Of course I do. I took it. Maybe a week ago? Evelyn must have dropped it. You should return it to her. Oh. Tell me about a spirit camera. I've seen one of these before. At a fair? A camera, I believe? A good eye, Mr. Ward, but only partially wrong. It is a camera, yes, but one modified to work as a spirit camera. Well, I modified it to work better as one. Any camera, in the right circumstances, can capture a spirit, of course, but my lens filters the image through complex geometry made of peridot, selenite, black tourmaline, labradorite, lapis lazuli, and clear quartz stone to both bring out the spirit and protect against it. I thought, what better place to really put this device to the test than here? The halls, and dare I say, the people here, are likely crawling with spirits. I've even set up a dark room in my quarters so I can quickly develop images. This way people can take away a copy should they wish. Would you care for a picture? See who or what haunts you? Yes, 15 minutes? Yeah. Excellent. Come in my room. I have everything needed to take and develop your picture quickly. Lead the way. And I get access to his room. I'm mad it takes 15 minutes, because that's forever.
Now, are you ready? Comfortable?
Yes, I think I am.
Then sit still and look at the camera. And we're done. It'll take me a few minutes to develop it.
Is he gonna leave? Can I peep around his stuff? Nope. There's a spirit, though. Probably my brother.
Please, Doctor. If you mean to make a fool of me, you have gone too far.
This is no prank. Whoever that spirit is...
Eamon. My brother. Eamon.
Eamon is with you, in a way. I should be clear. You are Catholic, yes? This is not to say that your brother isn't in heaven. Perhaps a way to explain it is to think of him as a guardian angel. But in truth, we don't know. Look there, at Miss MacLeod. No spirits. It's not that there is no loss in her life. So why? Nobody has been able to really explain things like this. That is why this event and Miss Mantovani's promises draw so many. Here. Take a copy. And with it, take solace that your brother is watching over you.
Thank you, Doctor. This means a lot to me. I can see why you champion these newer ways.
Dr. Callaghan doesn't seem concerned that Eamon is watching over me. Is he watching over me, or is he haunting me? Would Dr. Callaghan be so sure Eamon was a guardian angel if he knew what had happened? I would like to know what had happened. This image of Mr. O'Mara did not come out so well. Or is that an angel?
Mary. As in Mary Blake.
Ah, that one. Yes, possibly. The clothing and hairstyle matches the era, certainly.
Have you shown the Marquette?
No. I have considered it and felt it was more ethical to wait until after the séance. I don't want to set him up for failure, hoping she might show up. Maybe afterwards, but we'll see.
That's the symbol, dude. I gotta look at it. If you wouldn't mind, Mr. Ward, those are private case files. And now I don't remember what it looked like. Oh, he's just over there. I was like, oh, but he's gone. I think I can look now. Those are private case files. Yeah, he does not want me to look at his stuff, which makes sense. I don't know if I'll get another chance to really look in his room. Are you a fox, Mr. Ward? Pardon? Handsome creatures, but rather irksome to find digging through your rubbish. Yeah, he probably doesn't want me looking in his room. but I will commit this to memory. And by that, I mean I'm going to take my cell phone, I'm going to point it at the screen, I'm going to take a picture of that. And he doesn't want me looking through his stuff, which is annoying. But, okay, fine. I won't. Thanks, homie. Bye. I think that's probably a good point. Where even am I? Down there. I think that's a good point to stop playing for now. Maybe I'll even come back and play again tonight, but you'll never know. And it will be a good chance to get a sip of water and stuff like that. So let me save, because I forgot to do that last time. And quit to main menu. Alright, I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks.